Instagram, YouTube, all those good joints. It's Kev from Kevin's Corner, where I try to make sense out of nonsense. Yeah, man, and I'm back. It's Monday. I'm sorry I'm a couple minutes late, but they tried to pull a fast one on me at work today, and I managed somehow to give them the slip and make it here to do my show, even though I'm a couple minutes late. But if I'd have had to do what they were trying to make me do, y'all might have not have seen me for about a good 7 or 8 years. Now, real quick, before we get started, I need to know that y'all can hear me and that y'all can see me. I'm using my alternative phone to see if it has solved the mysterious problem of the flip screen where everything is mirrored. So let's see. Can y'all see me correctly? Can y'all read the words behind me? Let's see. It's all good. What? Yeah, well, see, you know what though? We might have ended up having a unexpected correction anyway. The phone that I normally use, getting off the truck today, I dropped it, broke it. It's unbelievable. Yeah, man. So it's broke. I don't know what's going on. Inverted. What? Still flipped though? Are you serious? See, then that means I know it's something in YouTube. Yeah, and the microphone is going in and out. All right, let's see if we can get all these things solved. Since I'm using an alternative phone. All right, let's check one, breaker. Can y'all hear me? 1 2 1 2. Unplug the mic, plug it back in. That's the best I can do. Somebody said it's still flipped. It's burning me up, man. Burning me up. So I know it wasn't my phone. Yeah, that's for sure. I know it wasn't my phone. Don't know what the heck is causing this to happen. Switch phones, same thing, y'all. So afterwards, I'm gonna get right back on the horn. And yeah, and somebody said they'll take me upside down, brother. Oh man, see, y'all encourage me to get physical with these people. Yeah, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do, even though they're trying to make me go backwards. So now the audio is good. Long as the audio is good, y'all gonna have to bear with, I guess, the reverse mirror look until I can figure out, because, you know, they haven't responded yet, so I don't know what the deal is. But anyway, you know, for the sake of time, let's go ahead and get busy. Boy, that bothers me. I'm looking over here at it right now like, man, why I oughta. I mean, it was fine up until like, you know, three or four live streams ago, and then it just starts to flop. Who knows? Flip flop. Anyway, let's go ahead and get busy since y'all can hear me. This is our city. Yeah. I know you see the apes. Tear up the place, yeah. Yeah, so now, even though I just completely did that backwards. Oh, no, I didn't. I know what happened. Yeah, that's what happened. Anyway, we're going to skip that. Gorillas in here. Now, that's the proper intro song. But since we at it, don't forget to text MAGA to this number, 330-974-4607, so we can stay connected just in case something even worse happens. And also, don't forget, I got a Kevin's Corner store you can check out. So you can check out the corner store. You can just support the channel through my Cash App or my PayPal. Now, as you can see, guys, in this picture right here, it looks like the boss is back. Ooh, the champ is here. Ooh, the champ is here. So Donald Trump decided to go ahead and bless this fake news network with his presence. I mean, she should be happy that he's willing to sit down with her raggedy butt. But of course, you already know all of the questions that they would probably never ask Democrats. Christian Welker she's going to do it to Trump. And she don't realize, though, she's not dealing with no raggedy Democrat no more. She's dealing with the champ. You know what I mean? She should be happy just to be in the ring with him. So let's see how it all starts off. Let's see if Donald Trump is like all of the rest of these raggedy rhinos and softcore politicians that allow the fake news to dictate how he feels. See, so let's get into it, y'all.
For the sake of unifying this country,
okay.
Will you concede the 2020 election and turn the page on that chapter?
Now, see, isn't that odd? How they all keep going back to that question. you know what, to unify the country. Would you concede that? Now, if Trump really didn't believe that he was cheated, he would say, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and concede that. If he was a lesser man, he would say, yeah, you know what, I'll go ahead and concede that. But then he'd be a flip-flopper. Then he'd be a Democrat. See, you know what I'm saying? He would be sticking his finger up in the air and seeing which direction the wind is blowing and saying, I'm going to go ahead and go with that because that sounds politically advantageous at this point. But what does Trump do?
No.
Oh, did y'all hear that? He looked her dead in the face and said, no. Yeah, I still believe that they cheated in the 2020 election. This is why I love Trump. He says what he says and he means what he says. Okay, I feel the same way. Yeah, it feels great to win. It feels great to win and be back on top. But never forget what they did, okay? That forced us to have to go that path that we went to get back where we're at. So Trump stuns her by straight up coming out like, no. Now, see, this is one of those things that they keep asking because they want to make him appear to be like, what, all the Democrats who never, ever agrees that they lost an election. Only reason that they tapped out this time is because they got their butts thoroughly beat. Yeah, they couldn't even go ahead and try to fake this one until they make it. So Trump straight came out like, no. But I'm sure she's shocked because, see, now I guess she thinks that it would have unified the country if he would have just said, yeah, I lost. No, it would have made them all say, see, I told you he was lying. I told you he knew he lost it. And then, no, Jack Smith is justified. Jack Smith is justified and all of that stuff. But Trump didn't give it to him.
No, why would I do that? But let me just say, when you say the country is deeply divided,
Ooh.
I'm not the president. Joe Biden's the president.
But you're going to be the president.
No. I'm not the president. So when you say it's deeply divided, I agree. But Biden's the president. I'm not.
Ooh. You see how he flipped out on her? You see how he used that jujitsu on this raggedy chick right here? But she never asked Creepy Sleepy. She never asked Kamala Chameleon. She never asked any Democrats, are you guys willing to lay down your lawfare and the tax on Donald Trump to unify the country? Are you guys willing to go ahead and admit that you guys lost the election in 2016? Are you guys willing to go ahead and do this to unify the country? Are you willing to get up there and say, I shouldn't have never got up there with that devil background that Creepy got up there with talking about, ultra MAGA, ultra. Yeah, they never do that. Why don't they ever call them to the carpet and ask them to go ahead and walk back some of their comments, some of their more hateful, divisive statements? They never do that for some reason. It's always, the Republicans got to go ahead and take the moral high ground. The Republicans, see, what it is the media is designed to come out here and try to protect the Democrats from justice. See, they want to get out here and make Republicans, when they do get in power, especially Trump, I won't say all Republicans, when Trump gets in power again, they want to protect all of the folks that they carried water for. For the simple fact, they know Trump has every right to stick it to them. Yeah, they know that Trump knows what they've been up to. They know that we know what they've been up to. See, so now they're trying to get him to walk it back and promise that he won't go ahead and whoop the kids. See, that's what they're trying to do. You know what? Let's just make sure that he don't whoop the kids because they've been acting a fool. But Daddy's home now.
And he has been a divider. And you know where he divided it more than anything else, and it probably backfired on him, I think definitely, is weaponization. When he weaponized the Justice Department and he went after his political opponent.
Yeah, you don't get more divisive than that. But see, I'll take it even one step further. He not only went after his political opponent, but he went after all of the voters that voted against the Democrat Party. He weaponized the DOJ and the FBI to look into us, to go ahead and start building databases and stuff like that, to label us extremists and things like that. He went after freedom of speech. They tried to set it up to where if they could get over the Trump hump, then they got smooth sailing. They already got our backs up against the wall. You know what I'm saying? Got enough judges in place to go ahead and sign off on garbage. You know what I'm saying? Got enough corrupt FBI agents and folks in the DOJ, just activists that can go ahead and lay down the groundwork to lock us all down. Make sure we never question another election, or we might just find ourselves as domestic terrorists. We might just find ourselves labeled as that, or extremists and things like that. So Trump not only was attacked himself, which divided the country. But then they turned on us as well. Now, you think if Trump would have lost, they would have eased up on us, y'all? You think they would have been willing to listen to our opinion and when we vocalize our disdain with the government? No, they would have continued to call us extremists, white nationalists, xenophobes, homophobes, and all of the other folks. But the people has spoken. And now guess who's back?
And I think it really was a bad thing. And it really divided our country.
Sir,
Yes, it did.
Democrats have control of the White House now. They
So?
didn't in 2020. If they are going around stealing elections, why
When you
didn't
say
they do it
Democrats
this
have
time?
control now,
Of the White House.
Yeah.
So why didn't they steal this election? Since they have more power now.
because I think it was too big to rig.
Bam! Right to your chops, Christian Welker. It was too big to rig. See, that's what you wanted to make it big time. I'm on my way. I'm making it big time. He made it too big to rig. We made it too big to rig. See, and they were proactive on making sure they sued a lot of these cities and areas, the hot spots. We always, we already know where the hot spots are, certain Democrat hot spots where it's most likely to have some cheating going on. See, so it was hard for them. It was hard for them to cheat because we had a hall monitor. We had hall monitors and stuff and lawyers and stuff already. So they just got their butt smacked. And they couldn't even come out and try to say, well, that was a close one and all of this stuff. It was just that big. And I'm so glad that we did that to them. We needed that, y'all. We needed that victory. And that victory has changed the whole landscape of the country, it seems. I mean, it was so beautiful, so magnanimous. People are coming out feeling like I can now just say what I think, and I can say it's okay to be a conservative. You mean to tell me it's okay to support Trump? I mean, everything seems to be changing, and I love it. Starting with this guy right here. See, this is how a boss, would handle things. You think Creepy Sleepy could have came out and set up under questions like this and been this direct? Yeah, that guy folded when they sent out tight knees, no bass in the voice, and asked him about that illegal immigrant that did, they asked him about it, and what did he do? Folded. I shouldn't have said that. Undocumented. He should have said, nope, I still stand on what I said. Illegal immigrant. But nope, what did he do? Undocumented. See, so this right here shows you how a leader is supposed to respond when they get out there asking him stupid stuff and trying to muscle him like they do other softcore Republicans.
So you won't.
Too big to rig.
To the people who say that you're now directing your Justice Department to investigate 2020 and they want to move on.
Very capable.
I say darn right. But isn't it funny that they are always interested in protecting the Democrats from justice? They never did that with Trump. They never came out and said, all right, President Biden, now that you're elected, do you think you can unify the country by making sure that your DOJ and the FBI and all them don't go after Donald Trump? And even when they started going after Donald Trump, but let's see. Yeah. But even when they started going after Trump, where was Biden? Why did he come out and condemn it? Why didn't he come out and say, you know what, I'm going to unify the country. I don't think this is a good thing. He was like, you know what, nobody's above the law. And you know what, justice, and we'll stop them. And all of that stuff. Why didn't he come out and tell them to lay off? This is not a good look for the FBI, the DOJ, and all of these prosecutors to be going after Donald Trump. Why didn't they ever ask him? Well, do you think maybe you should tell the FBI and the DOJ to lay off of Trump because to unify the country? Why didn't the burden of unifying the country by making sure lawfare didn't take place ever fall on the Democrats? I mean, when the Democrats are in charge and lawfare is taking place, then that's all of a sudden justice. Isn't that odd? Yeah, it's always justice, and the Republicans are just whining. They're whining. They're complaining. See, Trump must be guilty. I mean, he's just not able to face the music and be accountable to all of his crimes because nobody is above the law. But now she wants Trump to pump the brakes and not go off on all of the fake behind conspirators that all coordinated to go after Trump.
It's going to be great.
Precious resources.
By the way,
is that what you want them to do?
Just so you know, I have the right.
All of a sudden, they're worried about precious resources. They weren't worried about Jack in the Box and all of those millions he wasted. They weren't worried about all of that precious money that they wasted with Russia. But now they want to worry about precious resources and stuff like that. Isn't that crazy? They want to get physically responsible. Yeah, precious resources. We should be worried. You want them to waste all that money going after those people? Yes. I will be one taxpayer that would be like, absolutely, I'm okay with that. Yeah, if there was a census or some type of questionnaire, would you like some of your tax dollars to go after making sure those people are held to justice? Yes. There you go. Yeah, get them all, man. Get them all. So let's continue. Because, see, if you don't show somebody that there's some consequences for playing games like this, you think when the tide turns, if it ever turns, you think they're going to stop? You think they're going to correct their own negative behavior? Absolutely not. The message will be sent. Yeah, we can get away with it and then ride it out, lay low until we get back in power and then run it back. And we can't have that, can we?
Right to do that, but I'm not interested in that. You know what I'm interested in?
What?
Drilling and getting prices down and stopping people from pouring into our border that come from prisons and mental institutions.
Now, that sounds beautiful. That sounds beautiful. Now, those are great priorities. However, don't forget, Trump can also multitask and put his foot up those folks' butts too. However, he does have nice people in place right now that can do that for him. See, and that's the goal. As he puts together his team, it's crucial that he put together key people that he knows I could turn my back and I know they're still getting it done. They're still getting it done. So yeah, those things that he's saying sounds great. Boy, doesn't it feel good to have the boss back? Man, I'm telling you, I was talking to a guy today while we was riding around on the truck, and he was talking about the fracking that his father was getting paid. His father was getting paid from BP. Getting paid, man. They were digging on his land and ciphering, oil out and stuff. His father owns farmland, lots and lots and lots of farmland. And he was getting paid. Then Biden comes in. I'm not going to shut down fracking and shut it down. And now he's like, you think maybe since Trump is back, they might start to drill again? I was like, absolutely. Day one, drill, baby, drill. Let's continue.
Trump also said at the
convention. Oh, look at these. Look at these. So now all of a sudden, this bum right here, George Snuffleupagus, he's concerned that, Donald Trump's going to come in and he's going to do what Joe Biden did, which is pardon all the J6ers, which would be, actually justified. Unlike Hunter. And he brought the wrong person on here that he thinks he's going to muscle and bully into going ahead and saying, do you think that Donald Trump should do this? And are you supporting him as he takes Trump out of context?
That he would pardon January 6 rioters who assaulted police officers. Do you support that?
Actually, what he said is that he was going to review every single case. He even repeated that again in Chicago at the NABJ.
Yeah, see, when you get on these raggedy networks and they're already coming out for an assassination attempt, you got to be prepared because any question is not in good faith. It's not in good faith. It's going to lack context. It's going to definitely be negative. And then what they're going to do is try to put you on the spot. Paint it out to be something so negative and then see if they could divide the camp. See, they want to see if Byron's going to go ahead and support that. You know what? They do something stupid like that. Donald Trump said he can kill a whole bunch of people and assassinate them with a machine gun. And then, do you support that? Do you support that? Now, any question, you already got to go. Now, wait a minute. Did Trump really say that? Was it in that context? We already know it's a loaded question that's designed to make Trump look negative and then to see if I'm going to support that negativity. So you got to know your stuff. Like this, brother.
Listen, what we do understand is that the Department of Justice under Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, they did massively push up charges on people who protested at the Capitol and some who rioted at the Capitol on January 6th.
What? You telling me they hit him with some trumped up charges? Just like I just said? When I said, they turned their attention to us as well? Yeah. So you telling me all them grandmas and grandpas and folks that, just rolled up on the scene. Now think about this, guys. I was very close to making that trip myself. Now, if I would have simply left the rally, walked over there, and saw the doors wide open and a whole bunch of people walking in with cops, like if you would have got there right at the moment where the cops just appeared to have given up and was welcoming people in, I would have walked right in there too. I would have been like, you know what? Hey, what's going on? And let's see what's happening. Where are we going? Would have walked right in there, and y'all probably wouldn't be looking at me right now. Yeah, y'all be sitting in some cell talking about, man, this some bull crap. Yeah, y'all ain't see me shaking hands with the cops? Yeah, y'all ain't see them showing me around and stuff? No? So I'm looking at 20, 30 years. I need some pardon. I need some pardon. There's a whole bunch of people that innocently walked in there and need some pardon. But you know what? See, they couldn't just go ahead and slap them on the wrist. They couldn't just say, you know what, let's be fair. Because they needed this narrative to make it appear that Trump was an insurrectionist. You can't be out there taunting and flaunting the title insurrectionist, and all you've done is just charge some people with maybe trespassing, stuff like that. You can't do that. You got to make it seem like these people were a threat to our democracy and stuff, even though that footage on the inside shows they weren't. They were the most polite insurrectionists I've ever seen. They were picking up stuff, tidying up around there, all of that mess. Like, there you go. Somebody knocked this down. Let's pick this up. You know what? You guys need to behave. Excuse me, officer. You mind if we pray with you? Sure. Hey, I was wondering, where's the restroom? Oh, it's right here. Let me show you where it's at. And then all of a sudden, the fans are sliding down your chimney. So, of course, they had to go heavy-handed to make it look like it was something that it wasn't. Let's continue.
So what he's talking about is doing a case-by-case review. You can lump it all together all you want, but those are the words of Donald J. Trump.
Unlike what George Snuffleupagus is saying? Yeah, case-by-case is different than, let me go in and pardon, say, maybe some of the BLM people who slid in, or some of those Antifians who slid in and pretended that they were Trump supporters. Yeah, see, those are the folks that I wouldn't have no pardon for. Yeah, you can't get no pardon from me if you was up there on video talking about, hey, y'all, look, y'all, I bought this Trump hat. We taking this mug. Yeah, you get no pardon. You get no pardon if you were that Bigfoot out there talking about tomorrow. We gotta go in on the Capitol. In on the Capitol. I'll say it. I might go to jail for it. I'll say it. Oh, peacefully. Yeah, you get no pardon. In fact, you probably need some more charges if you that Bigfoot. But Byron has to check George Snuffleupagus that's out here trying to do a hit piece on him.
I'm quite sure on the internet, people can pull up that clips. They can watch it at their own leisure.
I'll read it to you right now. This was Rachel Scott's question. My question is on those rioters who assaulted officers. Would you pardon those people? Oh, absolutely, I would. That's his words.
Yes, but you did not leave in was the rest of his comments where he said, yeah, I would, but we want to look at everything on a case-by-case basis.
Now, I wonder why you don't want people to know that, George Snuffy. I wonder why you don't you want them to think that Trump's just going to get in there and pardon all of the folks. Notice he keeps emphasizing those that were attacking the police officers. Those that were attacking police officers, to make it seem like, he's just going to pardon folks that actually maybe have gone too far. And even with those that appeared to be attacking police officers, I saw a lot of police officers provoke people in that audience as well. I mean, I'm just saying, as a matter of fact, I had a video. Somebody sent me a video clip, and I don't know whatever happened to it. I probably got it on a disc somewhere, where the crowd was peaceful, and all of a sudden you see one of the cops just have one of them flashbangs, looked around, y'all. He gave us the over the shoulder twice to make sure, and threw that mug right into the audience. Boom! Audience goes crazy. See, so even in some of those cases, I still might question some things, okay? It would have to be the police just standing their ground and somebody just straight run over there and attack them for me to go ahead and say, yeah, this dude deserves some punishment. And even then, how long? I mean, heck, it's been 2.5, 3 years. How long are you going to keep him in there? But let's continue.
That's what will happen, George.
No, that's not what he said. He said if they were innocent, I would pardon them. They've all been convicted. He said he would pardon those who assaulted police officers. Do you support that or not?
Said that specifically. I'm going to pardon those that assaulted police officers. Yeah, you know who doesn't need a pardon and actually needs to be thrown in jail is that cop who shot Ashley Babbitt. Yeah. See, I wonder why you're not concerned about justice for her, George Snuffy.
George, you just changed the soundbite. You just changed it. You added, if they're innocent, then I will pardon them.
Which don't make no sense, Curious George. You little monkey, you. So, yes, if they're innocent, pardon them. If the video shows that, hey, this person walked straight in, the doors were wide open, or the cops threw the flashbang and hit somebody in the head and he got mad, or the cops were beating up somebody and folks start pushing the cops away. I mean, there's all kind of factors, but I'm sure it ain't just a blanket pardon like the crackhead got. See, it ain't one of those. So, yes, there's some qualifications that comes along with it, but George ain't interested in those. He is interested in making it appear that Trump is just lawless and he's protecting all of his insurrectionists that he released on the Capitol to overthrow our government.
Let's go back to the record of January 6th. Again, not something that
I didn't change the soundbite. That's exactly what you said. They've been convicted.
George, the first thing you said.
So, Trump's been convicted, but he's not guilty. We all know that, Snuffy. So don't be talking about they've been convicted. There's a lot of lawfare that led to a conviction, but at the same time, doesn't mean that they were guilty. Especially when you're dealing with corrupt politicians, lawyers, and judges. A lot of folks got convicted over stuff, and I'm going, for what? How did they get convicted over? Okay, I guess.
The first thing you said was, yes, I'll pardon them. Then you expanded.
And he said that.
Say, but if they are innocent, then yes, I will. That's what you said.
Which is a conflict of interest, George Snuffy. Yeah, yes, I'll pardon them. But if they're innocent, then I'll pardon them. So it appears that Trump is qualifying it by saying, if they are innocent, then I will pardon them. But George, he don't want to get into the context and stuff. They only do that when Joe Biden says something stupid. Then they want to get all into the context. Make sure that let's make sure that that it was an exclamation versus a comma. There was a period right there that could have meant that. But when it's Trump, they just assume the worst.
Hey, George. Now I'm responding. Okay. So what he's saying is that, yeah, I will go and look at these cases. Mm-hmm. If they're innocent, yes, I will. Of course, if somebody was beating up a police officer at January 6th, he's not going to do that. But if you had people who were just walking through the Capitol, which did occur on January 6th, because the security protocols had changed because of that riot at the Capitol, then what he would do is not allow them to be held in jail with these massively increased charges by the current U.S. attorney in D.C. under the Biden-Harris administration. Compare that to the fact that at the rally that the riots that just occurred at Union Station, when Bibi Netanyahu was speaking to Congress, you had the same U.S. attorney for the District of Columbia who decided to just let people go and not file any charges, even though they were defacing monuments at Union Square.
What? That sounds like selective justice. Where was all the facial recognition for them? Well, what about them all showing up to harass all of those Supreme Court justices? Couldn't find them. What about tracking down that darn so-called pipe bomber? Can't find him either. No. What about all of those BLM rioters? No facial recognition, no cameras and stuff. I mean, heck, I caught one camera that showed police officers pull up and drop off a whole pallet of bricks. And I'm thinking just out loud. I'm just thinking out loud. If I was Raggedy Ray, I probably would have been interested in why those cops dropped off a pallet of bricks in an area that led to those BLM rioters grabbing those bricks and going ahead and breaking stuff and tearing up stuff. I probably would have been interested in that video. Because if Kev from Kevin's Corner got hold to that video, I'm sure the FBI could have. I probably would have been interested in finding out who that lady was that opened that U-Haul. And all those protesters that got off that bus came up to the U-Haul and started grabbing riot gear and stuff. And she was just right there on camera. She was right there. She didn't even cover her face. And I'm thinking, nobody could find out who this lady is. I probably would be interested in finding out who that mysterious lady, if you haven't seen my video, the mysterious lady that was hollering through the window on J6 and directing a whole room full of leftist Antifians and telling them what to do as if she had a map of the building. I was just blown back by that. All right, now if we're gonna take this building, here's what we gotta do. Go down the hall, 7 steps, make a left. You'll see a mark on the door, the code to get in. I mean, it was like she knew everything. And I'm saying, I can see her right there myself. Does Ray know that this video exists? Does anybody? Why is it that the key people who were instigating this never was really brought in? Isn't that crazy? I probably would have said, yo, we got video footage on those plants within the J6 riots of cops that were saying, push him up, push him up. Whatever happened to that guy? Whatever happened to that guy? If I was Ragged T. Ray, I probably would say, hey, whoa, whoa, whoa. Is that a person inside of the Capitol prior to the doors opening? Who is he? Why is he dressed like a Trump supporter? How did he get in there? And why are you letting him go to that door and open it? That's what I would want to know. These are easy things to figure out. That's all I'm saying. See, I'm just a guy, in my corner right here. I mean, I don't want to put on my Columbo eyeball, but, I probably would say, I'm just thinking out loud. Yeah, I have to put my Columbo eyeball on and say, why isn't somebody asking, who was that guy? And who let that door open by pushing that button? These are all questions I would have. And these are all concerns if I was the media, I would be asking, but George Snuffleupagus, he's not interested in that. I probably would be asking, why is it that it took so long for us to find out that Nancy Pelosi and Mayor Bowser turned down all of those troops that Donald Trump offered? I probably would be asking questions like that, but they don't want to know those things.
So we want to be fair with the justice system. We don't want to be political with the justice system.
My question is on those rioters who
Right back
assaulted
to it.
officers. Would you pardon those people? Donald Trump. Oh, absolutely, I would. You wouldn't pardon those? If they were innocent, I would pardon them. That is the entire quote.
Listen to that. If they were innocent, I would pardon. How many times? So he thinks if he reads it real quick, folks won't catch that part if they were innocent. So would you pardon those that attacked the police officers? Absolutely, I would. If they were innocent, meaning this, if there's a reason or something, some discrepancy in what they're being charged for, then yes. But of course, if they, weren't innocent, then he wouldn't pardon them. But at the same time, you won't go ahead and say, let's go ahead and allow these people to sit 20 years in prison. Stupid stuff like that. But George Snuffy, he's a propagandist and stuff. So we have to send out people like, Byron Donalds here, who's a counter sniper. Because, see, we got this dude who's the assassin. He's the sniper. So Byron Donalds is the counter sniper.
Oh, they are not innocent. They are convicted. He said he would pardon them.
And George, what I'm telling you is he's going to go back and look at these cases because it is without a doubt. And look, January 6th is a very painful memory in our country, but it is without a doubt that the U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia was supercharging these people because of political viewpoints.
Why can't you get that through your head, Snuffy? Because you don't want to. Because you are a part of the Mockingbird media. Yeah, you're one that encouraged this type of nonsense. I was seconds away from being a victim of this garbage myself if I would have just went up there. I forget what even made me not go. I mean, I was like, yeah, man, I'm about to go up there. People was like, you coming up? I'm like, yeah, I'm coming. But at the last second, something happened and I didn't go. Thank God. But yeah, let's see if George, now watch Snuffy try to get one last shot off at the end without letting Byron Donalds go ahead and rebuttal.
Because you had other riots that have occurred in Washington, D.C., where the charges were minimized or dismissed altogether. That is not an even-handed system of justice. That is a politically motivated system of justice. And you don't have to look any further than the difference between how the Department of Justice has treated Donald Trump versus how the Department of Justice has treated Joe Biden or Hillary Clinton.
Well, look at that. Lawfare. See how that's how the counter sniper works. See, you come out thinking you're going to do a hit piece and the counter sniper's ready for all of that mess. See, so we just heard them talking about lawfare, right? We heard Christian Welker talking about, do you think you can make peace and all of that stuff and bring us together? First of all, by doing that, will not unite the crazy radical side of the left. It's not going to unite them. Nah, we got enough Trump supporters right now that would definitely support Trump going after all of these people, because we've all seen the lawfare take place. Democrats and anybody who participated in that stuff should be scared to death, because the people are not on their side at this point. All of these millions of people who went ahead and voted for Trump, a convicted felon, the reason they voted for him because they said there's no way this guy is guilty of all of this garbage. They playing games, and we're going to show them that we don't appreciate them playing games. And I'm pretty sure if you surveyed all of the Trump supporters, you would probably find like 90% of them that would say, yes, there needs to be some type of justice brought to those who abuse their power. Because I wouldn't want to be a victim of all of this stuff. Absolutely not. Who knows? Kev might go out and buy him a come and take it shirt and would have ended up on the FBI hit list. He's in there purchasing it right now. That's right. Yes. No, he has the shirt on. He's wearing it out. Actually, he went right into the dressing room and put it on. He must be going somewhere. Yeah. Should we go ahead and wait out here, take a picture of his license plates? Absolutely. Yes, he's a black white nationalist. Okay. Back to you, Christopher Ray. So let's continue.
What he is talking about is equal enforcement of the law, not picking and choosing because of your politics.
I would remind you that this Department of Justice actually indicted Hunter Biden, the president's son.
I can't even believe he's trying to bring this up. See, they always try to get their last words in to combat what he said. I just want to remind you, Department of Justice got the convicted his son for what? He should have got the hammer for a lot more than what he was convicted of, George Snuffy. But I wonder if Snuffy was going to tell his audience that same DOJ worked hard to get Hunter Biden off of all of those charges. Yeah, that same DOJ tried to slide in a forever pardon by a judge who caught it. That's basically what it was. Yeah, it was a forever pardon. They tried to slide that crap through. And they were like, whoa. I had to read the fine print. They tried to go in there and be like, all right, the Hunter Biden is willing to plead guilty, but only if you... Yeah, they gave him a low, quick read, hoping that you just don't pay attention to it. In the fine print, they're like, whoa, what's this? What's these? You mean tell me this guy can't be held accountable for no crimes ever? Moving forward, can't be charged for nothing? What kind of mess is this? And if that judge wouldn't have called it out, he would have got away with it. But George Snuffy, he ain't mentioning that. He's trying to make it seem like, it was on the up and up, and that part never happened.
And of course, we were talking about assaults on
Only
police
after they
officers,
didn't have
people
a choice.
who were convicted for assaults on police officers, which the president has said he would pardon them. Thank you very much for your time.
Yeah. See, now look at this, guys. Homer Head is back. Yeah, Tampon Tim is back. So let's hear what he got to say, because he gave his opinion about what he felt went wrong during the campaign. For some reason, Tampon thought they was going to win, y'all. He thought they had a winning message.
He felt confident going into Election Day, excited about what might come after a grueling 3-month campaign that ultimately ended with a decisive loss to Republican Donald Trump and his running mate, J.D. Vance.
See, and that's why they didn't cheat, because it was so decisive. Okay. But nonetheless, let's see what Tampon got to say, because I guess he misread the room.
It felt like at the rallies, at the things I was going to, the shops I was going in, that the momentum was going our way, and it obviously wasn't.
Well, maybe you weren't paying attention to current events. Maybe you didn't realize all of that money that the campaign was spending to make it appear that folks were excited. Maybe you thought those people actually were showing up for you and they weren't being bussed in and all of that stuff, and maybe you thought that was they didn't fill him in. They didn't fill Tampon in. Like, okay, now look. Everything we're doing is staged. Okay, nothing's unscripted. All right, all of these people right here that's crying and stuff when I walk into the room, they're crying because they're paid actors and actresses. Okay, all right. So what? You didn't know that? Or you thought they were really here for us? Oh God, nobody told Tampon? Oh no Tampon. No. These are all actors and actresses. Okay. See, that's why we're broke. That's why we're broke, Tampon. Spending all that money on all of those buses. Oh yeah. So here's Tampon. He's confused. I'm shocked. I can't believe we lost
At the end of time. So yeah, I was a little surprised. I thought we had a positive message, and I thought the country was ready for that. I think we're going to have to understand what type of leadership do they want. We were
good leadership. Yeah, non-woke leadership. Leadership that knows the difference between little boys and girls and don't want to put tampons in the bathroom. Leadership that's not opening up our borders and saying, all of y'all that's here can get a license and you can vote pretty much in our elections. Leadership like that. See, that's what we're talking about, tampon.
Pledging to be inclusive. We were pledging to bring people in.
See, inclusive. In other words, woke. Pledging to be inclusive, including who? Yeah, not all of us conservatives that maybe disagree with some of your more radical policies. You didn't care about us. Yeah, we were called what? Probably xenophobes, homophobes, transphobes, you name it. Anybody who would have disagreed with this man's radical policies and agenda, yeah, they would have been included. You think they would have brought us to the table and said, all right, so here, we're willing to sit down and listen to you, present your reasons why you don't think tampons should be put in the boys' bathroom. Okay? You think they would have sat down and listened to us? Absolutely not. You're a tampon phobe. Get out of here. Scram. All right? More tampons. Bring them in. Not the girls' bathrooms. Only in the boys. Only in the boys. So tampon, he thought that the people wanted a more inclusive. But see, what liberals, radical behind leftists, they don't realize that their ideology is more divisive. It's not inclusive. You got Anna Kasparian or whatever her name is. She's starting to wake up. She's like, man, these folks, they're not inclusive at all. I mean, you got so many folks on the left that are starting to wake up and say, now, wait a minute. I was being loved until I had one, thought that, maybe went against the left agenda. I questioned something. I refuse to be mad for nothing over this. And I said, I don't see what the big deal. What do you mean you don't see what the big deal is? Are you know what? Or I showed up on a program and talked to the wrong person or whatever. I had the wrong opinion about this. This shows that the radical left does not tolerate dissent at all. But he thinks that they were trying to be more inclusive because in his mind, that means just bringing in what? Pennywise, the guy with the bald head that was stealing all those women's underwear. Or the Richard Levin and Pete Booty and Kamala Harris and Black Gay Drop. That right there shows inclusivity and diversity for nothing. That's all that is. It is diversity and inclusivity for nothing. D to the E to the I. So y'all can just say, look at us. We're a melting pot of nothing but garbage.
Donald Trump has said that isn't what he wants.
What? That's what Donald Trump said? He said he don't want, and he don't want inclusivity, even though we got Tulsi and RFK and Elon Musk and folks coming on board and stuff like he must mean also all of these illegal immigrants. I guess tampon is including all of the folks that shouldn't be in the country. See, so maybe he's talking about them. Let's see what Donald Trump got to say about them.
And so if that's what America's leading towards, I guess for me, it's to understand and learn more about America.
Yeah, I guess that me to learn more about America. See, so apparently you read the temperature wrong. You sat back and looked at the thermometer like, it looks pretty hot to me, but it was cold. So let's see what Trump has to say about all this inclusivity.
Because I thought that they were going to probably move towards a more positive message.
Let me ask you about another group of people, the estimated 4 million families in America who have mixed immigration status. So I'm talking about parents who might be here illegally, but the kids are here legally. Your borders
You're
are
talking about separation?
Yeah, well...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this right here, let's see what Trump got to say about inclusivity when it comes down to this topic. For all of those folks who had the nerve to come over here illegally and have a kid in our country for the purpose of being able to stay here with the kid. Like that guy on that video who had the nerve to make a ransom video, I guess, to Donald Trump. Like, Donald Trump, I'm waiting for your response. You want me to leave? I got a little baby, okay, we're not leaving until you pay us $30,000. That guy. We can't have that. You mess around and let that fly? Yeah, we'll be up here paying out all kind of money. We can't let that happen. So let's see what Donald Trump has to say to this because, of course, Christian Welker wants to bring up a topic that's going to make people feel all funny on the inside and stuff, even though they don't care about American babies who get separated from their parents and things like that.
I mean, there are two aspects to this. Your border czar, Tom Homan, said they can be deported together.
True.
Is there a way to carry
hammer.
out mass deportation
Look at the
without
hammer.
separating families?
Of course there is. Families can be deported together.
Bam! Yeah, problem solved. There you go. Don't overthink it. Take care. Bye-bye now. Hit him with that. Little bit of Ace Ventura. Alrighty then. Take care. Bye-bye now. So, yeah, they can be sent out together. We are family. Yeah. So all of them can go at the same time.
I don't want to be breaking up families, so the only way you don't break up the family is you keep them together and you have to send them all back.
There you go. You see how he flipped that mess? Man, we don't want to break up no families. And you know what? Actually, a better solution would just the whole family just goes back. In other words, we're getting rid of more of them if we send them back together. What a clever way to flip that to make it seem like I'm compassionate and I'm problem solving at the same time. Yeah, man. Yeah, you know what? That's messed up. Honestly, you know what? My thought is they should all just go back together. I'm gonna say we don't want to break up families, do we? Do we, Christian? So Christian got to figure out a way around that statement because Trump has outwitted her, y'all. He's outfoxed her. She's like, crap. That's not what I wanted him to say.
Excuse me, Kristen.
Yeah.
We don't have to separate families.
Yeah.
We'll send the whole family very humanely back to the country where they came. That way the family's not separated.
Yeah, we don't want that. That's the best solution. Everybody pack up and go to the crib. There you go.
So no more family separations. You're not reviving
It
the
depends
zero
on the
tolerance
family. The
policy.
family may decide to say, I'd rather have dad go, and we'll stay here. And in which case they have that option.
But
Wow, look at that. See? Yeah, so don't blame me. There it is. Beautifully put. Don't blame me. All right? If they choose to go ahead and say, I'm staying here, peace, mom, peace, dad, or whatever, it's on them. It's on them. But don't blame me for breaking up the family. That's all I'm saying. Beautifully done. I'm appreciating that technique right there. That right there was jujitsu. See, that was propaganda jujitsu. He flipped it back on her. So now how is this propagandist going to work around that? Because she still want to focus on the children getting busted up and stuff.
you're not going to revive your zero tolerance policy, which was put in place as a deterrent. Is there any universe where you would bring that back, sir?
We need deterrence.
Thank you. Unlike Creepy Sleepy, no deterrence whatsoever. There it is. We had the full-blown revolving door. Come on in. Everybody, search the border. No deterrent whatsoever. In fact, when Texas tried to even put up some barbed wire, that right there was too much. That was too much too. They don't want no resistance. It was like all we want is air standing between all of those precious illegal immigrants coming in here. That is it. And if we can get rid of the air, we would. If we could beam them in, we want it as convenient as possible for these folks to get into our country. No deterrent whatsoever. That's why they came with t-shirts, which I'm still wondering who funded that. Talking about that Joe Biden, we're coming to America, Joe Biden and Kamala, and things like that. So now, here's Trump saying we need a deterrent. In other words, for those that are already here, I mean, hey, they got a choice whether they're going to go back with the family or not. But from what I can tell what he's saying is those that are coming, which I'm sure that number is going to drop, which is already dropping because the boss is back. But those that are coming, of course, don't think you're going to drag your nasty butt across this border talking about, look at this. I got a little El Nino, El Nino, La Nina, to let me in. No, don't work like that no more. That's cut off. So now, scram. Let's continue.
Look, ready?
Ready? I love when you do that. Look, ready? Okay, in other words, brace, because maybe you're not getting it.
Somebody comes here illegally, they're going out. It's very simple. When they come here illegally, they're going out. Now, if they come here illegally, but their family is here legally, then the family has a choice. The person that came in illegally can go out, or they can all go out together.
Beautifully put, Trump. The boss is here. The champ is back. See, very simple. Isn't it odd how simplistic these things could be? But unlike the last administration, mucus, that is very complicated. The system is not the asylum system. We are obligated to hear that. No, we're not. No. Asylum is shut down for now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, asylum. Okay, unless you're coming from Canada, running from the man chicken that's up there forcing folks to celebrate Pride Month. However, other than that, no more asylum. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, asylum. So when Trump comes in, he's going to now make it illegal again to come across our border because the Democrats finagled it. They made all of these loopholes. They went ahead and changed it all up to make it sound like, oh, no, these people aren't coming illegally because they're coming for climate change and they're coming for the better life. That's now asylum. You ain't know that? That's a part on the box. You can check that. For a better life. There you go. Okay, let me think. No, not being persecuted for religion. Not politically persecuted. No climate change. For a better life. There you go. I'm coming here for a better life for asylum. Pretty much anything. Hey, he's going to get rid of those apps. Those apps that you can go ahead and schedule your asylum ahead of time. Great. We're going to make it illegal again to come across our border. Oh, well, look what else the boss is about. The boss ain't about to bend the knee to the pressure. So now, here's the person that he picked to go ahead and head up, of course, the military. Let's see what he got to say first.
We've had great conversations about who I am and what I believe, and frankly, the man I am today, because of my faith in my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ and my incredible wife, Jenny, right here.
Yeah, but see, the left, they don't understand like grace and mercy and forgiveness under Jesus Christ. Nah, that'll never fly. To them, they'll go, that's just an excuse. Now, I don't know the man's heart. I don't know his heart at all. However, I do know if his heart is sincere, there is grace and mercy when it comes down to that. Because you wouldn't have wanted to meet me before I met Christ. There's a lot of people in this world who benefited off of me accepting Christ in my life in college. Because I'm going to tell you right now, so many of them would have felt the wrath. I was not a very tolerant man. I wasn't a very compassionate man. Prior to that, man, I tell you, I never forget. I got tested, y'all, in college my senior year. Here I am now, done accepted Christ in my life, and I'm going around telling everybody on campus, I'm a changed man now. They're like, what? And see, oftentimes God would do that to people who are less likely. Yeah, you going, that guy, if that guy changed, God got to be real. Got to be real, because I brought Youngstown mentality up to Miami University, which was all bad. Yeah, me and my boys came up there and they were all like, dude, them crats from Youngstown is crazy. I'm telling you, man, don't let... Yeah, we wanted it to be like that too. We wanted everybody to know these dudes from Youngstown was crazy. Well, that senior year, God got hold of me and here I am now, a gentle woodland creature. That's right, a man of peace. And I happened to walk into, this black, the Black Studies Hall, whatever, or Jigger. And I went in there and this skinny dude was built like a Reach toothbrush. He was a part of a frat. Now I'm a former football, my senior year, I'm a football player. We didn't take no crap from nobody on the campus. And so I go in and I see this beautiful bottle of High C fruit punch. And I asked in my most humble voice, excuse me, is that fruit punch for everyone? And some girl said, yeah, it's for everybody. Go ahead, take some. So I poured me a cup, took a swig. And behind me, I hear, I know you just didn't drink my High C. Now, just the bass alone, just the tone alone, I'm like, I'm the only one drinking this fruit punch. He got to be, but he can't be talking to me, whoever this is. And I turned around and there was the Reach toothbrush standing there in front of me. Now, see, that Reach toothbrush was taking advantage of my newfound relationship with God. So I turned in, here it is. I'm like, okay, Holy Spirit, restraineth me from choking this man unto deatheth. So the guy's like, yeah. I said, well, you know what, man? She told me that, it was open for everybody. Now he hit me with the crazy look, see. Now I'm going, oh, okay. Now everybody in that room is looking to see what I'm going to do. Because they knew the old Kev. They were sitting there like, oh, shoot, let's see if Kev really changed. See if he really changed. And this was a test, y'all. It was a test. So he hit me with the, no. See, what you need to do is start asking before you touch stuff. Now he got the finger. And I'm looking at that finger and I got visions of grabbing that finger, turning that arm behind his back, snapping it like the chicken wing, kicking him in the butt right out that building. And sure enough, I said, you know what? My fault. Next time I will be more cautious before I do something like that. And I turned and everybody's like, oh, maybe there's some truth to this man. And guess what? I didn't even have to fight my own battle. Some other dude jumped up and said, hey, dude, man, sit down and shut up. God used somebody else to fight the battle. But I tell you what, that guy better hope that I remain a Christian. Because if I ever decide to walk away from the faith, God, I know I won't, but I believe. But if I ever walk away, he'd be the first person I go after. I'd be like, oh, if I could have a hall pass. Yeah, that was like 40 years ago, 30 years ago. I'd be like, yo, so wait, this is my day I can go back and find that skinny dude that thought he was, okay, so you ain't gonna get me for this, right? You ain't gonna get me. You thought you was, here's some fruit. You want some fruit punch? You got a lot of fruit punches right here, some fruit punches. Yeah, man. So he benefited. He benefited off of my relationship with Christ. So I know what Pete's talking about. It can happen, but let's continue.
I'm a different man than I was years ago. And that's a redemption story that I think a lot of Americans appreciate. And I know from fellow vets that I've spent time with, they resonate with that as well. You fight, you go do tough things in tough places on behalf of your country. And sometimes that changes you a little bit. And by the grace of God and my Lord and Savior, I had an opportunity to come on up out of it and do great things with great veterans organizations that fought for vets, that fought for reform at the VA and for war fighters, and at the Fox News Channel to advocate for those very same causes.
Now, see, here's the thing. We can't bend the knee to the left. We can't do that. See, when Trump picks these people, unless they, for whatever reason, decide, all right, it ain't worth it, I'm going to go ahead and step down. But as long as they're willing to fight, I believe Trump is willing to fight with them and for them. Because, see, the left got these dirty tactics. You already know as soon as, he nominates somebody. Oh, if it's a man, some sex charges coming up. Some woman popped up. You already know. They're going to go through the stuff that they always go through when it comes down to demonizing and bullying the feckless, soft, jelly-back rhinos who's probably also trying to protect their own interests as well, but bullying them into saying, we can't support this person. Now, can you imagine a Democrat not voting to support Joe Biden's picks? They all signed off on the worst folks ever. They were in lockstep. I mean, there was no question when they brought somebody into those hearings, they already had their mind made up. Oh, we're voting for that. They're good. They're good. They're good. You don't even have to sit back and testify. Only reason we're going to have you say stuff is to support you. Did you feel like you've been abused and attacked by my colleagues on the right? I mean, how does it feel to be fighting for your own country and doing all of these things and only to be underappreciated and called this and this and that? And it's about white nationalists on the other side over there, huh? How do you feel about that? So they never do this to their own. They never get out there and start digging into the past of all of Biden's nominees or any Democrats' nominees. They don't do that stuff. Yeah. So here they are now. They're all trying to go after Pete. And usually Republicans go ahead and bend the knee. But Trump is a different breed.
I'm proud of what I fought for. I'm not going to back down from them one bit. I will answer all of these senators' questions, but this will not be a process tried in the media. Yeah, I don't answer to anyone in this group. None of you. Not to that camera at all.
Word.
I answer to President Trump, who received 76 million votes on behalf and a mandate for change. Yeah. I answer to the 100 senators who are part of this process and those in the committee. And I answer to my Lord and Savior and my wife and my family. I'm proud to be here. As long as Donald Trump wants me in this fight, I'm going to be standing right here in this fight.
Well, let's see what Donald Trump said.
Fighting to bring our Pentagon back to what it needs to be. What has your conversation
since winning back the White House? Listen to what Trump told NBC News about his embattled pick to lead the Pentagon, Pete Hegseth.
Does he come out like the other jellybag? Well, we have to see that there's going to be a process, and I am concerned. I am concerned about some of the accusations, and we want to make sure that. You think he's going to come out and do that?
It looks like Pete is doing well now. I mean, people were a little bit concerned. He's a young guy with a tremendous track record, actually. Went to Princeton and went to Harvard. He was a good student at both.
He ain't been in the knee.
But he loves the military, and I think people are starting to see it. So we'll be working on his nomination along with a lot of others.
I love that. Because, see, once they get you on the run, yeah, you're in trouble. They'll take down Pete, then they'll be like, all right, now let's get Tulsi. You know what, let's get RFK. Let's go ahead. See, that's the tactic. You can't let them use this garbage and get away with it. Just like we can't let them use the lawfare that they use and get away with it. They will never learn. They will never learn. And any Republican who, for whatever reason, all of a sudden now grows a conscience and won't vote for these folks should be primaried immediately. Because I guarantee you, if you go back through all of those raggedy Biden picks, same Republicans, all right, I'll vote for that person. Mucus, absolutely. Merrick Garlic, okay. Pennywise, oh, there you go. So I don't want to hear nothing from them. All right, but Christian Welker, she's questioning some things.
Bring him up. Do you still have confidence in Pete Hegseth?
Yes, I do. I really do. He's a very smart guy. I've known him through Fox, but I've known him for a long time. And he's basically a military guy. I mean, every time I talk to him, all he wants to talk about is the military. He's a military guy.
And that's what I like. I like that mentality. That's all it should be about. The military. Not wokeness. Not DEI. Not all of that stuff. Not Gay Pride Month and all of that stuff and transitioning while you're in the service. No, none of that. Can you fight and are you ready to do it?
You gotten assurances from senators that he's going to be confirmed? Do you think he can make it?
No, I think he will, yeah. I've had a lot of senators call me up saying he's fantastic.
You don't drink yourself.
No.
You've talked about how devastating drinking can be.
Y'all see this one? Pete Hegseth was talking about a time where he was, depressed and, he's like, I know how it is. You just find yourself drinking and this and this and that. But he never said, and I continue to do it and I'm still doing it to this day. And I had to go ahead and get into the AA, and I was, on drugs and drinking and none of that. But notice these rumors that are surfacing. So, let's just go ahead and say since Pete said that he drank one time and he was depressed at a few moments and this and that, let's just call him an alcoholic. Let's just do that. Maybe that'll work. Now, we done tried all of the other accusations, which they all fell to the wayside. Let's go with alcoholic, see if that sticks.
Yeah.
How concerned are you that the person who you picked for this top job at the Defense Department, at least according to those who've worked with him, has struggled with drinking?
But I've spoken to people that know him very well, and they say he does not have a drinking problem.
Wow. See how easy? See how easy that was, guys? Yeah. So when they come out with their anonymous sources, see that don't come at me talking about some anonymous sources say Kevin's an alcoholic. Nope. How about you be a man or a woman and come out and say, yeah, I personally know that Kev did A, B, and C. Yeah, same thing with this. Don't come at me talking about the anonymous sources say Pete Hegseth be drinking and stuff like that. This game, if you let that go, will be played forever. That is their game they go to. It's always an anonymous source. Sources say, well, we can't give up our the sources and methods. And I'm going, then don't come out and say it. If you can't, prove it, and if that person is not able to come, for all we know, you're the source. See, that's my question, Christian Welker. When they come out, people say, who? What people? You? CNN, MSNBC? Are y'all the people? So if you can't prove it and reveal your sources, then don't go ahead and throw it out there, because the goal is to really just drop the thought out there. Throw out the narrative. That's enough to scare off the raggedy Republicans. Oh, but then we're going to end with this, guys, to let everybody know that the boss is back. My favorite. See, now Trump is already showing folks within our country that, he's back and he means business. But what I really like is when he goes overseas. That's right. He went overseas to meet with Macron, the guy. I am from France. So let's see what happened to Macron, eh? No. Oh, social media reacts to Trump's dominating world leaders with Macron handshake during meeting in France. Are you ready to rumble? Now, wait, are we talking about the same little Macron who, when Trump was over there at that G7, he worked his way all the way through that crowd of leaders just to go stand next to Trump? Are we talking about that same little Frenchman that tried to go ahead and shake Trump's hand and he got muscled the first time and Trump hit him on the back? There you go, little guy. And then he tried to follow up with a little pat and Trump made sure he got him with the last pat. That guy, Trump is back on the scene with a gangster lean and he got to let everybody know that the boss is back. Yeah. Some people might not like this, but I love it. Oh, yeah. Oh, here we go. Wait a minute. Ooh, the champ is here. Ooh, the champ is here. Open the door. Yeah. Now, wait a minute. Do you think the old creepy sleepy's gonna get out like, which way do I go? Yeah, because if that was Biden, he'd get out, might stumble a couple times. They might have to guide him to where he needs to go. He probably won't even walk right past Macron. Like, who am I meeting with? He's right here. You just walk past him. Oh, my fault. So now the boss gets out, and what happens? Get over here, you little man. Give me that hand. Get over here.
12 seconds later.
Yeah, give him some more. Give him some more, Trump. Yeah, there. Ready? Yeah, take that. Boy, you gotta love Trump. Yeah. Get the picture. Take it, snap it. Boy, I tell you, man. Only Trump. And it's obvious that he's dominating this guy. Look at him. He's shorter. Trump's looking at the hand down. He made sure he twisted it down. They might as well be arm wrestling. Yeah, let's see what else happens. Yeah. Hello. Okay, easy. That's enough. He's like, that is enough.
President, I just say it's a great honor for French people to welcome you. 5 years later. And you were at that time president for the first time. And I remember the solidarity and your immediate reaction.
Do you remember? Do you remember you going all through that crowd to go ahead and stand next to him? Do you remember him balling up your fingers? I bet you he squeezed his fingers so tight that they was all like this. They were all like this. When Trump let him go, they was like, oh yeah, I can breathe again. Do it again, Trump. Do it again.
So, welcome back again. We are very happy to have you here.
Thank you very much.
Give it to him again.
That's enough. That's enough.
Mr. President,
Oh, no, it's not.
I was going to ask one of the other folks.
That's enough.
Pardon me, ma'am. Mr. President.
That's enough.
No, give him some more. Biden says global leaders are terrified of a possible Trump return. Now, why would they be? The money train. The money train might get cut off and stuff like that. They can't just be pimping us. That's what you're saying? Or perhaps all of the chaos that's going around the country and these bad deals and things like that and all these people flexing their muscles. You mean tell me that stuff got to stop? I would be terrified too. I'd be terrified too. Let's see how they're reacting though. Oh, well, look at that. Don't look too terrified. Lots of smiles.
The international media.
Oh, you see the little midget? We need some more money over in Ukraine.
I attend, including just being in Germany. If they're walking out with the G20 or the G7, whatever it is, they'll pull me aside, one leader after another, quietly and say, Joe.
Look at that. Look at that. Walking down that aisle, man. It's good to be back. I feel like, man, I feel like he's representing the country. That's what I feel like. I'm proud now. That's what I'm proud to have our leader overseas. Unlike what I just showed y'all a couple days ago, where I was laughing at Creepy Sleepy over in Africa sleeping. Yeah, he lived all the way up to that nickname. That man gave those Africans the deuces. He was sitting there like, peace. If you think you get anything out of me, you got another thing coming. Just like that. But now look at him. You got the prince over there like hello, it's so good to have you back, Trump.
he can't win. My democracy is at stake. Work of many different.
Look, there's Jill. Let's see.
Professionals who have dedicated the best of.
Oh, look, there's Jill and Trump sitting next to each other. Let's see what happens. Oh, she don't like him. She don't like him.
A few minutes later.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh.
My God. Thank you very much.
There you go.
A great honor.
Yeah. Ball that fist up. Ball his hands up. There you go. The boss is back. I love it, man. Well, there you have it, guys. We're back on the scene with a gangster lean. Oh, yeah. You know what I mean. So, yeah, that meme with him and Jill going at it is hilarious, man. Because, see, the funny part about that is in her mind, you know that's probably what she was thinking. Like, I want to just turn and start scratching his eyeballs out so bad. Every Democrat feels that way. So anyway, guys, the boss is back now. I was going to go ahead and end with this situation that's going on, but with Jordan Neely. But I think I'll save that for tomorrow. Somebody said best video ever. Yeah, I think I'll save that one for tomorrow, and I'll use this time to go ahead and log on to YouTube to ask any progress on my internets and why my thing is flipped. So I think I'll use that time to do that. All right. And some other things I need to knock out. So thanks for hanging out with me. It's good to be back for this week. I should be back tomorrow, same time, same place, unless something crazy happen. But I just want to say thank you all for your support. Don't forget to hit the like button on your way out. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Camera settings. And they're all set. That's what's crazy about it. I mean, if I was to stop right now and record myself, it would record properly. So the switch has to be taking place when I use the live stream. And there's no button in there telling me like, oh, to make sure you have the mirror version, you need to do this. It's just the software is flipping it for some reason. It's making it into a mirror. I don't like it, man. I don't like it at all, man. Making me look all funny on the, on the internets and stuff. So anyway, it is what it is. We'll get it fixed at some point, figure it out. All right. But if you want to support the channel, don't forget, check out Kevin's Corner store. And also, you are welcome to just give through my Cash App or my PayPal. You're always welcome to do that. Other than that, subscribe to my alternative channel. And yeah, I think that might be it. So let's get ready to get out of here. God bless y'all. God bless America. Let's get ready to bounce because the champ is back. This is All City. Yeah, All City. I know you see the weapon tear up the place. Yeah. Take care.